find people in your life. The girl said the same thing about that dress that I thought was that slip was kind of high in the back. I thought, oh, I can just add. If it's too bad, I can get it stitched or something. Hello, hello. I see a couple of people joining. Welcome, welcome. So good to see everyone on this, what is today? Saturday. It's all a blur. I don't usually work on Saturdays, but I do work one weekend a month. And so this is my weekend for working. And so it's all a blur today. I started bright and early. Hello, Veronica. Hello, hello. So glad to see everyone on here. See everyone just now starting to join. Hello, hello. Hi, Ruth Ann. Hi, Red Hair Kids. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Holly. I am doing well. Thank you, thank you. Yes, it's been a great day so far. The spirits have been on fire today, so let's see if they continue. I was just telling my husband, I was coming over readings, telling him some of the great job that some of the spirits were doing today. So, glad to have the spirits join me and glad to have y'all join. So y'all know how it works. For those of you who don't, hi, Best Mama. I first want to really thank everyone who is sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate that. Hello, Jen. It helps me in an algorithm. Thank you. I so appreciate your support and just sharing and liking my live. Very much support. About the podcast and gave you a day. Okay, Zamaya, hopefully the date still works. I gave you those dates a long time ago. My calendar fills up quick, but I'll look at the email when we're done and get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully that date didn't fill up. All right. Okay. We are going to start with spirit-led readings. For those of you who have never joined me before, I will give you evidence. I give evidence. It's called evidential. Thank you, Zamaya. Thank you. I will give you evidence of who I have. You tell me who they are, and then I give you the message. It's called evidential mediumship. All right. Are we ready to get going? I think we will start with spirit-led. Did you say who we were going to start with?
Usually we do.
Please tell Ken hello.
Hey, Zamaya.
My husband said hello, Zamaya. All right, let's see who we got here. The first person said, putting us off or kicking us off today is a grandmother energy. This grandmother energy is telling me she was called an M name like Mima or Momo. She is telling me that she was extremely faithful to her religion. She was at church, like church was her life. She must have been Protestant because she is showing me that she was not Catholic. She is showing me that there was a necklace, and I feel like it's a cross, but she is showing me holding a necklace. So there was a necklace that she wore all the time that was very important to her, and I just feel the need to hold it, and it feels like it's a cross. Oh, I just threw my pen across the room. Excuse me. Okay. She is showing me that when she went to church, she really thought it was important. My mom was called my mom, and she wore her mom's cross. All right, Michelle, we might be onto something here. Oh, real quick, I'm going to tell my moderator this because I forgot to tell him. TikTok did change the for when you go live, people can have, it's like 400 now. That people can go live with you. Remember, it used to be 1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just discovered that the last time I was live, so I was letting my moderator know because I had a different moderator that day. All right, Michelle, where are you? I just lost you. Here you go. I think we're with you. I'm going to ask you to go live. Let's see if you can go live. Well,
if
you have enough people. Let's see. Oh, there we go. She's coming up. Hi, Michelle. Is it
Hi,
Michelle?
it's Michelle, but yes, that's hi. How are you?
Good. Where are you located?
I'm located in Maryland.
Oh, Maryland. I haven't read anyone from Maryland in a long time.
Yeah, I just accidentally came across you just flipping through TikTok today. That's kind of weird. And then
Oh my gosh.
when you like literally the last few minutes. So when you said that just my mom passed away a number of years ago, and I've always been wanting this. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It's just
No, you're all good. I was telling my moderator because I worked all day and I usually don't go live after I work.
right.
But I went up to my moderator, my husband in the kitchen. I was like, oh, I think I need to go live. And so I just told him before I went on live, I said, it'll be interesting to see who shows up because I was not intending to go live today.
Yeah,
And so I
that's
just felt the need to do it. All right. And she very much, do you remember, would she hold the necklace? She keeps making me want to hold
she
it.
would hold the necklace. It was her mom's. My mom passed her mom passed 2 years before she did, and that necklace, my mom actually died with that necklace on.
Okay, very good. I knew
Yeah.
it was all about that necklace I needed, and I felt like it was a
It was
cross.
it was a gold cross necklace, and my mom was big into her faith, and so was my grandmother. So it was kind of all a connection.
Oh, very good. You know,
Yeah.
Michelle, the first thing I get from the Aram, so I don't know if you've ever had a reading before, and for everyone watching, what happens is it's called evidential mediumship. We identify who the spirit is, and then we roll into the message.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
your mom the message for you is, she's talking about your strength. Like you have this quiet strength to you. And for one thing, you feel like an orphan on this earth. So I'm sure you have other people in your family, but she is saying how you feel like you've just been orphaned. Like there is no one.
My brother and I talk about that all the time because we lost both our parents. My mom was only 61. My dad died at 56. So they were relatively young. And my brother and I always, I not necessarily joke about it, but we kind of feel that way.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so when spirits give me information of things you've been talking about that I have no idea you've been talking about, it's
Yeah.
one thing, more evidence of who they are, and also evidence they've been around you.
Right.
I don't let spirits stop and say, tell them I'm around. They have to prove it. And so I want to say your mom's done a really good job of that. And she's talking about how, Michelle, you've really taken on that role of leading the family, of being the comforter, kind of the mom role.
I have, of course, 2 kids of my own. I'm now a grandmom, and I've actually have 2 stepkids that I had stepped in, and their mother has, and then I'm always there with my brother, and I have.
You really are that, not that your brother needs mothering now. He's a grown man.
No, he's a grown man.
Yeah, but he does need that support that sometimes only families can give. Sometimes my girls will just call me and I'll answer the phone and they're like, da, 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 and all they're doing is complaining about life and wanting to be able to vent to someone who's not going to judge them.
Right.
And you provide that role for your brother. And she's talking about how proud she is of that, but she's also telling you to not get lost in caring for others. Sometimes you completely put yourself to the side just for the betterment of others, which is okay sometimes.
That's very, very true. My health, especially. I'm always last. I never worry about myself.
Mm-hmm. And she's saying, make sure that you are taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And I know this because I had a very serious illness, or the universe will stop you and make you take care of yourself. She's also wanting you to make sure that you are tapping into your spiritual gifts. You are very intuitive, and she's wanting to make sure that you're tapping into that and listening to your gut instinct is what she's calling it. I will tell you, and for everyone else listening there, I hadn't forgotten, but I just rolled into, I'm telling you, I knew I was, okay, let's go live. And I went live right away without a plan. But tomorrow I do have a free class offered at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it is really an advertisement for my intro to mediumship class coming up. But it is kind of fun because I will be breaking readings down, demystifying mediumship, and just showing people how I get the information I get. So if you're interested, pop over to my website and register for that. It's free. You have to register to get the Zoom event. Zoom link. But yes. Your mom is also talking about, yes, she can hear you talking to her.
I'm sorry.
All the time.
I do all the time.
Yes. And
her ashes are here with me.
Who is there with you?
My mom's ashes are in my room with me.
Oh, okay. Very good. And she's also telling you that she is proud of you. Now, I don't typically let spirits just say that unless there is a reason behind it. And so I said, what is the reason behind it? And she said that you're so hard on yourself, Michelle. Like no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you feel like it's never good enough.
It never seems to be.
And your mom is saying to stop, that you are perfect just the way you are, that what you do is good enough, and you are such a blessing on this earth.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, you just made my day.
No, absolutely not. I did I did like 5 or 6 readings today and every single person cried. It's a release of energy. Let those tears flow.
I miss her so much. I really do.
She says, I know, baby, I hear you. So that must be what you say to her is I miss
All
you.
the time.
Mom. Yeah.
She was my best friend.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for kicking us off today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, dear. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye-bye.
All right. So Spirit. Okay. My moderator is saying Spirit Light. Go with Spirit Light. All right. For those of you listening, that is how we roll. We just identify the spirit and deliver a message. And when in the message, the spirits also give information that I wouldn't know, just so you're clear on who it is and it is proof that they are around you. I do have a free event coming up tomorrow. I'm just basically, we demystify mediumship. I break your readings down and show you how I get information so everyone sees, you know what? I could do that. You know what? Spirit is talking to me. I just haven't been paying attention. That happens a lot. All right. I so want to thank everyone who is sharing and liking my live. It helps me in the algorithm. I so appreciate y'all's support. I just have such a beautiful following. I just thank you. All right. This next gentleman stepping through has a dad energy. You know, he's okay. So this gentleman on Earth would have had kind of an eclectic way of talking and a different way of getting their information to me. Because what he's showing me is, I believe it's his daughter who is on my live. And he is showing me his daughter has 3 babies. And they're not babies, they're children. But you know what I'm saying. He's also showing me, you know, he is smoking, but what he is doing is, as he's smoking, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. But have you ever seen people like flick a cigarette? So he is showing me he had a habit of doing that, which made people around him crazy. It would have made me crazy too, because, you know, if you're flicking cigarettes, that's littering. Let's put it where it belongs. So anyway, this gentleman is showing me that he used to smoke and he's like flicking the cigarette. And that was something you would definitely have remembered about him. He liked to work on motors. And I'm not just saying car motors, though your grandfather did that, Beth. Let's see if the rest of it fits. Let's see if that fits you. I know. He says you find it annoying too. All right, Beth. Let's see. Was your grandfather, first of all, you have 3 children, because someone he had mentioned that whoever is on here has 3 children. He's also showing me he liked to work on motors, and he's also showing me he had something to do with welding.
She said I do.
All right. Okay, very good. Let's see. Oh, that's someone else. Oh, Bev. No, she says she does. Okay, Bev, I'm going to ask you to go live. Let's do this. Oh, Georgia, mom of 3. There you go. Here we go. Let's see if she can go live. Oh, maybe she can't go live. Oh, no, here she comes.
I'm
Hi,
here.
Beth.
Hey,
So you're in Georgia? I just saw your...
I am. Yes, ma'am. My grandfather did work on a lot of small motors like lawnmower, ATVs, stuff like that, but not welding as far as I know.
Okay. He's showing me a hat. Was he always wearing a cap?
Yes, always.
Very good. That's where the welding came from. And it's my own. So when you're doing mediumship, and this is something not for everyone listening, this is something we'll talk about tomorrow. One of my signs for welding is I used to know someone who welded, and they always wore this certain cap. It was not a welding hat. It was just a cap they wore. And he was showing me that cap. So that's why I thought, oh, is this welding? So he was just more of referencing the cap and not the welding. He's also showing me, I don't know if you ever remembered him doing this, Bev, but taking his pocket knife out. Did he always do you remember him always having a pocket knife?
Yes, always.
And so I'm talking to someone and pulling this pocket knife out and like cleaning under my fingernails. Do you remember him doing that?
Yeah.
Very good. You were just doing
I
that?
was just
Oh my gosh, moderator. He must be 100 years old because he's saying, I was just doing that. The things he must do when I'm back here in my office working, Bev. Lord have mercy. So what this gentleman is showing, Bev, is that you have been feeling extremely overwhelmed lately. So when spirits step up and talk about how we're feeling now is a sign of them being around us. So does that resonate with you? You've been feeling really overwhelmed lately?
Very much so.
Okay. He is saying that his message is, yes, you can do it all, but you do not have to do it all. You expect to be everything to everyone, including your kids. And he's showing me that you just expect everything to just be perfect all the time. And not perfect that you're going to be judged for it. You just want it to be perfect for your kids. You want it to be perfect for your family. And he is telling you to, you would never do this, but he's showing me, kick back. He shows me you kicking back and grabbing a beer. I don't even think you're a beer drinker.
I don't drink beer, but I probably need to.
I didn't think you were. He was, on the other hand. He's also telling me, are you married?
I am.
All right. So I will not get into a lot of detail because we're on a live, but he is acknowledging that there have been some issues.
Yes.
Yes, going through a rocky path in your relationship.
Yeah, but not in the sense of me and him. My husband was in a motorcycle accident in June and suffered from a severe traumatic brain injury.
Oh my goodness.
He has a lot of cognitive issues, and when he came to, he still has a lot of cognitive stuff, so he's confused a lot. But the first person that he said, or he says the person that saved him was my grandfather. So I question that all the time.
Oh, that must be why that he is bringing this up, because he was leading me right down the path. He kept dropping your husband, and I was like, why are we talking about him? And so then I just tapped and said, oh, I can feel some tumultuous that. Your grandfather is very much taking responsibility for that, and it just wasn't time for your husband to go. So sometimes whenever, and if I say something that doesn't fit with yours or anyone's watching Spiritual Belief, just let it go. Sometimes our exit point on this earth is going to be, let's say mine might be September 30th of 2030. Who knows? But sometimes we have exit points and we choose not to take them. Your husband just bypassed one of his exit points because you needed him on this earth. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter that he has a traumatic brain injury, but you wanted him any way you could take him. And if that's the way he needed to stay here, then that's the way he needed to. I am hearing that there is going to be, your husband's going to stay status quo in his health for a while, but he will start improving. Now, I'm not going to say you're ever going to have the man back that he was before the accident, but he will get better. He's in therapy right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm seeing that, is he in physical therapy? Because I'm hearing he needs to be in a different kind of therapy also.
He's in occupational and speech. He's actually not doing physical because physically he's able to walk and do all the things that he would need to do physically.
Okay, what they are showing me, and I don't know anything about medicine, so I'm just going to tell you what Spirit is showing me, and you can take it from there. Okay. He is showing me, and this is your grandfather, he is actually showing me in my living room me doing yoga.
Okay.
And there's a certain component to yoga where you really have to engage your brain. I don't know if you've ever done it before, but you have to engage your brain, especially when you're doing crossover exercises and you're balancing. And that's what he is showing me that your husband needs. It's really about this crossover. And I will do exercises, honestly, when I'm teaching psychic mediumship, where I make people do crossover exercises to make the two sides of your brains communicate.
Okay.
So I have a feeling your husband, if you asked him to do yoga, he'd look at you like you were crazy. But there you go. I'm just going to give you what I was getting. Okay. Also, your grandfather is saying it's that he knows you're worried about money, and who wouldn't be? But it is going to get better. Do y'all have a lawsuit around this?
We don't have a lawsuit. No, it was a motorcycle accident. So we're just basically out. I mean, we'll get the money from that, but from the payoff for that, but everything else is pretty much on my plate.
So it was your husband by himself, and that's why you're saying that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're not really sure what happened. Nobody was around, but from the report is that he ran off the road by himself while he was by himself, and they couldn't figure out any other cause.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. What is your grandfather telling me here? Okay, so I'm not sure what this means because I'm not legal. For one thing, I'm hearing there was something on the road that caused your husband to veer off. Your husband wasn't just not paying attention. There was something on the road.
Okay, that makes sense.
And he shows me you going back to your own insurance company. I'm assuming that you had insurance on that motorcycle. Y'all had insurance on that motorcycle, Bev?
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay. I'm seeing y'all going back to the motorcycle, to your insurance company to try to get some kind of compensation. Ask a lawyer about it because that is not my forte. I'm just telling you what what the spirit is showing me. He's showing me that your husband ran off the road because there was something in the road. Debris. He's showing me specifically, it's either looks like a tailpipe or a big limb or something that's long but big and round. So he's showing me that. And he's also showing me you, and I hate to use the word suing because I think we are such a sue society, but I'm actually hearing you suing your own insurance company. I'm not quite sure how that works, but maybe if you want to, research it, just ask a lawyer about it and see what they say.
I will.
Because this is about y'all really need some money right now.
Yes, ma'am. It just made me glad here, so we're struggling.
Yes. I mean, y'all just went through a big ordeal. All right. Thank you.
Sam, thank you.
All right. Very good. It's a lot of fun. Let's see what we have going on here. I do want to remind everyone that we are, Christina had the session. She was able to connect. Okay. Christiana must have had had a reading with me. Thank you. I love people talking. Like I do get nervous sometimes though when people show up and it's like, I've heard wonderful things about you. I was like, oh my goodness, can I bring it? I don't want to disappoint. You can only make appointments with me on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. I do have a free event tomorrow. It is just breaking down and demystifying mediumship. So it's going to be at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning Central Time. You do have to go to oh, Willow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. Oh no, I was about to ask you to go live, Willow. Why is it not letting me ask you to go live? That's so weird. I know you don't have a private account. Miss Willow Star, why is it not letting me ask you to go live? Inquiring minds want to know because I was going to ask you to go live. Why is that? Okay. So tomorrow, good to see you. Okay, Willow, I just was going to ask you to go live with me. So we're going to tap into your friend Tim, and it's not letting me technology laugh out loud. I know you don't have a private account, right? I'm sure you don't. All right. We are going to, I'm going to try to tap into, I don't know. Yeah, you don't. It usually, let's see if it will ask me. Okay, wait a minute. Is it letting me? Here we go. Willow might be coming up. Hi, Willow.
Hello. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing good. It's so
What
good
a
to hear
joy.
you.
I was scrolling and then I was like, there you are.
For those of you listening, this is my beautiful friend Willow Star. I haven't talked to her in months, so it's so good to see you hear you on my live and be here. For those of you listening and haven't been following my story, I have stage 4 cancer that I am thriving from, doing really well. And Willow Star also had stage 4 cancer, which she healed herself from. So now your friend Tim recently passed.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so I'm going to see if I can bring through some information that you would know that I wouldn't know, so we can get some evidence going on with this guy. So for one thing, the gentleman stepping up that I'm hearing he was just very funny. He is showing me he didn't take himself too seriously. He was positive to the end. And he's letting me feel like this cancer, he thought he was making some headway, and then all of a sudden it came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He's also showing me that he had gotten so weak towards the end that he could barely, I'm feeling like I can barely talk. Did you talk to him at the end?
It was really interesting. I went away to Burning Man and to another festival, and I was in communication with him daily before I left. And I was like, when we get back, we'll, connect and you'll come up and we'll do mandalas together. when I got back, he was responding like to my text, and I was like, what's wrong? Like something's not right. And yeah, within a week, like, so I never talked to him again, like after I left for Burning Man. And when I got back, the first time I saw him was in the hospital and he was unconscious, but I felt like he felt me there.
Very good.
But it's been a very hard loss for me in this space.
Okay. Well, what he's instantly rolling into is saying, for those of you listening, I want you to know that anytime you are fighting an illness yourself or thriving with an illness, however you want to put that, and then you lose someone to that same illness, it can put you back. And he is very much saying to you, don't let that happen. You have a true mission on this earth, Willow. And have you, like, for anyone watching, Willow is great at counseling people that have cancer, and she just creates a great space. So go check her out, Willow Star, here on TikTok. So have you kind of taken a step back from your business?
Well, he was like my cannabis mentor, and he helped me make the medicine that I take and share with others. And it's felt just, yeah, it's felt hard. Like I just, I was like, everything related to cannabis just reminds me of him. And it has felt, yeah, it's felt hard. I feel alone and just want to call it, like I talk to him every day, and it's just, it happened so quickly. Even though I knew he wasn't well, I didn't expect it at that time.
I know that you were excellent friends, and he was not, and I asked him why he wasn't like screaming from the rooftops of how sick he was. And he felt like, and it's funny because I've been talking to a couple of people about this lately. He felt like if he was complaining about his illness and really talking about it, it was giving it energy, and he didn't want to do that.
Yeah. He's very Buddhist.
Yeah. He's also very much, Willow, wanting to encourage you to not let this give you a setback. You have a true mission here. And the visual he just gave me was you standing on a rooftop just shouting, "You can do this, people. You can heal yourself." Like you really just using his illness and his passing to kick you off to another level.
Oh, yeah.
He is talking about, have you been feeling yourself that something is going on with your cancer that I'm feeling worried. Not that it's coming back. I don't think it's coming back, but I'm just feeling worried about it.
Yeah. There's been, my tumor markers went up, and I know it's the stress in my life, and I just haven't been taking care of myself the way I generally do. I've been like exhausted. It's been 7.5 years, and I coach people and I make videos, and it's just like it can get really heavy. And I think I've had, like a little, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a scare, but it's a like, oh, you've got to go back to doing what you need to do.
What I heard, it was a slap in the face to get your attention.
Yeah.
So no, I also do not feel like it was something to worry about. And just for everyone listening, if I did feel like it was something to worry about, I wouldn't say it. I would just circumvent it, and I wouldn't answer the question at all. I wouldn't have addressed it. But don't feel like it's anything to worry about. It's just something to get your attention. And what I'm seeing, which I know you ground, and I know that you live up in Washington State, so it's impossible to go out and do what he is showing me because it's probably snow on the ground. But he is showing me he shows me you turning your phone off and going out and just digging into the dirt and just being one with Gaia.
Yeah.
You have a lot of Gaia energy around you. And I don't know if you do any kind of rituals or any kind of praying or meditating that involve Gaia, but you?
I do, and I've been calling it in more, deepening my connection. And I'm in Mount Shasta. It's been in Northern California, it's very snowy and very wintry. And I've been doing a lot, like I need to get in the earth. I have felt ungrounded, and I've been deepening that connection. And that would make sense. He would say that.
He is very much talking about just Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep bringing in Gaia. Your connection to Gaia is really going to be what kicks you off to your next level. You have so much Mother Earth energy around you. Have you done any kind of, gosh, I'm not sure. I know what he's showing me. I can't think of the name for it, but just having people in and doing group events. Have you been doing any of that?
That's been the plan, and I've not had my first one yet. He was supposed to come and do mandalas for it. I'll probably be doing one in April or May.
Very
But
good.
yeah, had not had one yet. But that's the whole purpose of this home I moved into to do weekends with Willow.
Something, Weekends with Willow. I love that, Weekends with Willow. Something else he is showing me, I don't know if you currently do it, but these are paid things he's showing me that you do, is doing like a support where people, it could be like, I don't see it being, you could do it that way, where people say a certain amount every month, and then they can join events where you do them via Zoom, or you do just support groups that people pay a nominal fee to come to. So he's also showing me that. Have you thought of doing those?
I have, and I love that that's what he's wanting me to do.
Judy
Yeah.
said that's very catchy and unique. When I said Weekends with Willow, or she's like, yeah, everyone's loving that name. So yeah.
The idea is to bring people into the immersion of what life is like 7.5 years later. As you know, it's like a daily, as we've talked, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And figuring out how to fit everything in and still live your life, living on those 5 acres where I live with the power of Mama Shasta. I really am very excited to bring here people to my space, and it just hasn't lined up yet. And I've been a little nervous and trying, how it is, like setting times and everything. But he very much supported me I'm the voice, like I am on the top, me, like I'm on the top of the rooftop shouting, you can heal, and you can do this, you can do this. And he was very quiet, but very behind the scenes with me, and constantly, we just had a real deep understanding of this path. And I really encouraged him to not get sucked into Western medicine, mainstream thinking. And I feel like that kind of took over. And I know he fought a long time and he was tired. And so
I do want to reiterate for everyone watching that has cancer or is on that journey, can be exhausting, because I have to tell you, it's constant. You just ask anyone in my family, I'm constantly reading labels, constantly, just like I had some blood work done last week. Great. Now I'm free until my scans next month. And they called me, they hadn't gotten enough blood in the vial because so now I have to go back in. It's like something constant. So, Willow is great about coaching you through that. She was one of the first people I called whenever my cancer had gone to stage 4, and she kind of talked to me. Was I upset? Yes, but I was more ticked off. Willow was very good about listening to me go, and can you believe, and da-da-da. And she's like, I understand. So she was very calming when Christy was losing her mind a little bit.
Yeah. I'm so glad you're doing well. And it's just it's a lifestyle, and I believe it's a good lifestyle for us, and it can get overwhelming. So what I want to share is just like the things that I've done to make it easier on myself, and I'm being forced back into that right now. I'm like, okay, girl, you got to practice what you preach. So
absolutely. Willow, I do want everyone listening. Yes, that is so true. Whenever you're leading people, when you're helping people, I do it in the psychic mediumship world, Spirit will sometimes drag you back and say, hey, don't forget to take care of yourself, because when you're so busy taking care of others, sometimes we forget to take care of ourselves.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, someone, real quick before I let you go, Willow, someone is mentioning a Yuka app. Yuka. They said Yuka app helped me make better choices for food and products. Do you know what that is?
I have not heard of that. I will absolutely check it out. It's I use one called EWG that helps you
I've heard it.
decipher what's in the stores, and they're an amazing. They're not just a company. They're like a lot. They're trying to they are changing laws about food, and I think my anger right now is just at it shouldn't be this hard to be healthy. Like,
Yes.
why do we have, like, why can't I go to a grocery store? Like, why do I have to go to a specialty store? Or why can't I just, when I'm driving on the I-5, go somewhere and have lunch? Like, why is everything toxic? Like, what? That's where I'm like, ah!
You know, I told my daughter and I were talking about that same thing the other day. I said it would be so nice to just be able to go to a grocery store. And I'm talking any of them, Whole Foods, any of the ones that are big name, natural grocers, any of them. You still have to read the label. I would like to be able to go to one grocery store and know everything in there is okay.
Yes, 100%. I dream of this world, and I'm advocating to get us there someday.
All right. Thank you so much, Willow, for joining me. Thank you. Thank you.
So much. I'm sending you so much love and
Thank
blessings
you.
on your journey, and so good to run into you. And thank you so much for this.
Of course. Have a good day. Mwah. Love you, dear.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was a nice treat. My friend Willow on here. All right. So if anyone is interested in Willow's cancer journey, she's on here, Willow Star. I know I talk about my cancer journey some, but it's not my entire platform. And so hers is more condensed because it's her entire. Makes me want to start checking labels. Oh my goodness, Kayla, you'll be scared. You'll be scared if you start checking labels. My poor husband, we go to the grocery store and I can't just put anything in the cart. I'm like reading the label. I was like, nope, this is nope, nope, nope. I think European countries are better than that. You know, they really are. There is someone, no affiliation. She doesn't know me, but I follow her on Instagram. It's called Food Babe. And what I love about her is she shows what products are bad for you and what you can get instead. And sometimes she'll compare the exact same product that's made here in the United States as compared to Europe. It's always so much healthier in Europe. Oh, Bella, you don't know how much I appreciate that. She says, I love your hair. My moderators over there laughing because of the cancer journey and some of the drugs I've had to take. My hair falls out by the handfuls and it's always a struggle. He's always hearing me whine about it. So I thank you for mentioning that. All right, let's see what we can. Do you know what Lindy said? Please go back and read my comments. Do you know what they are? I don't know. I can't go back. All right, let's see who else we have going on here. Okay. I knew I heard this, but I was re-tapping it because I was like, am I really hearing this? Okay, I'm having a dad energy step up. And what is so funny about him is I'm hearing Georgie Porgy Puddin' and Pie. So I'm assuming this guy's name was George, but he is the way people, thank you. Thank you, Desert. So the way people present says so much about their personality. So I'm hearing Georgie Porgy Puddin' and Pie. It says he was funny.
Oh my God, my dad said that.
Oh. Willow just said, oh my goodness, her dad used to say that. Okay. He was very funny. He is showing me this man just had a heart of gold. He is showing me that he would have given the shirt off his back to anyone. And you know what? I'm hearing this would have been his personality. He would help someone and his friend, someone's judging him for helping. It's like, that person could work. That person could be helping themselves. And I hear this gentleman saying, the one in spirit saying, we don't know what someone else has been through. This gentleman had huge compassion about him. He is letting me know that he had heart problems. Okay, not my dad, Raina is saying. My grandfather was a Mason. Okay, so, Best Mom, are you clear? So if this is your spirit, can just put my mom would call my dad George, but it was kidney problems. Okay, so yes, Best Mom is claiming him. Okay, let's see. Do you have enough people to go live? No, not to y'all. You must have just started your account, Best Mama. I see you have 4 followers. You must have just started your account. All right, Best Mama. So we are going to we've identified him. Now we're going to deliver a message from him. I want to thank everyone for liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, what I'm hearing is that George is also acknowledging that his name has continued on in different ways. Like some people has taken his George name, some people has taken his middle name, but his name has continued on in other generations, and it's kind of expanded and gone in many different, not just his children, but then grandchildren, great grandchildren. So his name has continued on. He's also showing me how glad he is, the legacy that he has left behind. Yes, it is traditional all or George here. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. So his name, lots of Georges there, she is saying. Best Mama, he is saying something happened at Christmas time that made you reference him, and you were talking about something that he used to do, and everyone just busted out laughing. When spirits talk about things that happened when they were on the other side and I wouldn't know about it, it's just a sign that they are around. So he wants to very much thank you, Best Mama, for still keeping his memory alive and not letting people forget him. Not that anyone would forget him, because there's so many people with his name, but his personality. You make sure people knew who he was. Also, Best Mama, is it you or someone else in your family who has been getting into genealogy? Someone in your family has been getting into the genealogy. It's an acknowledgement that he is, again, seeing what's going on. He is talking about when the person doing this genealogy, he's talking about they have discovered, like it's been epiphany for your family, like y'all have been on or in this new world, he is calling it, your son has, the United States for quite some time. Now, because I saw Hannah say, oh, you just got an ancestry kit. Very good. So Hannah said that her grandfather was also George, and a lot of the message I am giving also resonates with her. Please take it. Sometimes spirits will double up. There's only one of me, a lot of them, and a lot of people on here. So if spirits can link up and give a message that together that fits more than a couple of different families, they will do that. So if the message resonates with you, please also take it. I'm going to, real quick, Hannah, I feel like this part is for you, and then we're going to go back to Best Mama. Hannah, I'm hearing that there is some kind of extra certificate or extra training you need to get done, and you've been putting it on the back burner, and it's an encouragement for you to continue doing that. Best Mama, I'm hearing get your tires checked. I don't know why he's saying that, but make sure you get your tires checked. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad for, okay. Thank you. Hannah is acknowledging, yes, there is some kind of certificate or extra training she needs to do. I felt the spirit encourage me to tell her that. And Best Mama, I'm hearing for you to make sure you get your tires checked. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I so appreciate y'all, letting me read your people. Oh, you did yesterday. She got her tires checked yesterday. I absolutely love that. More confirmation that, oh, you're welcome, Hannah. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Do y'all want to do some psychic, or do y'all want to continue? They still worry even though they're on the other side. They do. They just want the best for you. Y'all want to do some psychic going on here? Okay. Y'all know how psychic works. Put your questions in the comments, and I want y'all's help. Real quick, I do want to remind everyone I have a free event tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. You have to go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, to, there is some unreleased trauma there, astral. Why is my lower back painful? It is some, an energetic block, and it's related to some trauma. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. Register for the free event tomorrow, and I hope to see y'all there. We're going to demystify mediumship. Y'all see me read, but see how it's done. Let me show y'all. I'll break it down for you. All right. For those of you helping me, remember we are doing psychic. So you just want to see how the energy hits your body. You're claircognizant. You will kind of know. Clairsentient. You will feel the answer. Clairvoyant. You might get a picture. Clairaudient. You will hear it. All right. Let's see. Diana Gent wants to know, will my daughter get the job? Okay, what are y'all feeling? Diana Gent wants to know, will my daughter get the job? What are y'all feeling? Madison is saying yes. Hearing Mother Earth Oracle saying yes. Amber is saying yes. I also feel that. I also feel that she will get the job. Okay. Oh, Lindy Johnson, are you telling me that you're in remission? If that's what you're saying, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Happy words to hear when you've been diagnosed with cancer, remission. All right. Let's see. Will I ever be able to get the Wegovy semaglutide to help with weight loss? Amber wants to know, will I ever be able to get the Wegovy semaglutide to help with the weight loss? What are y'all getting on that? Is she going to be able to get her medication to lose weight? Having lots of no's here. I'm also feeling a no on that. I'm also feeling a no. I see some people on here who are subscribers. I so appreciate you. And don't forget, my next subscription only live is going to be Thursday at 10 o'clock. Thursday at 10 is my next subscription only live. So please join me.
Class start next week too. Class start.
My class starts, Intro to Mediumship starts February 7th.
And you have an event coming up in March.
Yes.
In person.
My moderator. I have an event coming up in March. It's an in-person event, and it's here in Bellevue, Nebraska. So if anyone is close to Bellevue, Nebraska, like over in Iowa or even Kansas City's a few hours away, there's going to be an event here in Bellevue in person. And when you go to book tickets for it, you can actually buy one, get one half off. So make sure you're paying attention to that if you're bringing someone. Yep. Geraldine wants to know, will I go back to school as a surgical tech? Geraldine wants to know, will I go back to school as a surgical tech? What y'all hearing on that? Will Geraldine go back to school? Yes, if you want to. Most definitely. Yes, yes. I'm feeling positivity in that too. But I'm also feeling, now remember, we are reading the energy. You have to still row the boat and make it happen. You could sit back at your house and say, okay, she said I was going back to school and not do anything. And of course, it's not going to happen. You have to continue moving the energy. Okay, the Moss, I don't know, Scotch. Will we move to Georgia this year? So the Moss Scotch wants to know, will we move to Georgia this year? So will they move to Georgia in 2024? Will they move to Georgia in 2024? I'm seeing some no's, a yes, no, I'm getting a yes. I'm also getting a yes. I don't think it's going to happen right away. And I'm hearing that it's going to be some frustration with it. Like you're going to be planning, you think everything is working out, and then things are put on hold and you get frustrated. But it does happen. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, I love this, Hannah Elizabeth. Should Hannah Elizabeth be a registered nurse or a physician assistant? Which one should Hannah be, a registered nurse or a physician assistant? What are y'all getting? A PA. I was getting a PA also. A couple of nurses went in right at the end. Most people at the beginning were saying PAs, and I was also getting a PA. I'm also, definitely hearing a PA. Bree wants to know, will my guy best friend and I spend time together while he's in town? Brianna wants to know, is her guy best friend and her going to spend time together? Someone's at our house, so excuse all the noise. We have notifications going off like crazy. Okay. Yes, yes, no, no. I'm feeling a yes. There's a lot of yeses. Some people are saying no. Oh, Miss the Moss Scotch is saying yes, but you shouldn't. Interesting. All right. Raina wants to know, will Richard reach out? Raina wants to know, will Richard reach out? What are y'all getting on that? Raina wants to know, will Richard reach out? Mama Earth Oracle is saying no, no. Someone is saying yes. Someone else is saying of course. Someone else is saying no, yes. I'm getting a no. And I'm hearing that though you are kind of upset he's not reaching out, you should be thankful he's not reaching out because he is not what he seems to be. All right. Thank you for joining me today. I know it was on just a short time, but I've already worked a lot of hours today, and I'm going to go spend some time with my moderator. I hope to see everyone tomorrow. Tomorrow I have a free event coming up. You do have to go to my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, to register. We are going to demystify and break down readings. So if you go to my website, it's under the events section. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, up at the top, there is a tab. You click on events, and then you can go and register for it. It's free, but you do have to register to get the Zoom link. All right, thank you. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.